Hello everyone, Jonathan Schlack, EAS&Weather here with an urgent update to the Day 1 outlook. Everything's pretty much remained the same, but the Storm Prediction Center now has a moderate risk for severe storms that now encompasses east central Iowa, far southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois, and far northwestern Indiana that already now have a moderate risk upgrade from the Storm Prediction Center. And we have an enhanced risk for severe weather today that covers parts of eastern Iowa, southern Wisconsin, southwestern Michigan, far northeastern Missouri, the far northeastern corner of Missouri, parts of central Illinois, northern Indiana, and the very far northwestern corner of Ohio. And the other risks for today remain the same, as far as where, the other areas with the marginal and the slight remain. Other areas remain the same. Just the upgrade was that there's now a marginal risk for, there's now a moderate risk for severe storms that encompasses east central Iowa, southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois, and far northwestern Indiana. And with that in mind, we now have a 10% chance of an isolated tornado today that covers southern Wisconsin, far east central Iowa, northern Illinois, northern Indiana, and southwestern Michigan. And we still have a 5% chance of an isolated tornado today that covers east central Iowa, southern Wisconsin, central Illinois, parts of northern Indiana, southwestern Michigan, and far northwestern Ohio. We still have the 2% chance of an isolated tornado that surrounds that. Excuse me. And we now have a 45% chance of damaging wind gusts of 58 miles per hour higher today that covers east central Iowa, northern Illinois, far southern Wisconsin, and far northwestern Indiana. This will now have a 45% chance of damaging wind gusts of 58 miles per hour higher today. And we have a 30% chance of damaging wind gusts of 58 miles per hour higher today. That covers parts of eastern Iowa, far northeastern Missouri, southern Wisconsin, central Illinois, northern Indiana, southwestern Michigan, and far northwestern Ohio, and the 15% that surrounds that. And if you look at the black dashed areas that is within the 45% chance and 30% chance areas, the black dashed areas is where we have the best potential to see hurricane force wind gusts of 74 miles per hour higher. Wouldn't surprise me to see some thunderstorm wind gusts of 80 to 90 miles per hour possibly within that black dashed areas. That is, again, within the 45% and 30% risks for damaging wind gusts of 58 miles per hour higher today. Now, going to the hail threat for today, pretty much, the hail is not as big of a deal. It's not going to be as big of a deal as, the wind and the tornado threat for today, especially the wind, but there is a 15% chance of hail 1 inch in diameter or larger today in far southeastern Minnesota, central and eastern Iowa, northwestern Illinois, and southwestern Wisconsin. So that's the update I wanted to get out. So please stay safe in those affected areas today, and stay safe. Follow warnings and watches from the National Weather Service and Storm Prediction Center. Stay safe, everyone.